Hello, I'm Glenn from creativephotoworkshops.com.au. Next week I'm heading to Vietnam to lead a photo tour with my good friend Malcolm from Spotlight on Asia. And it always brings up the question from customers about, well, what kind of gear do you take with you? Now, I'm predominantly a people shooter whenever I travel. That's kind of my thing, is to shoot people. So this is kind of my essential kit to take with me. Starting with the lenses, I like to start really wide. I've got the Tamron 10-24, followed up by the Tamron 24-70, so it's a nice flow on all the way through the range. Carrying on through to the 70-200, 2.8, great lens, fabulous for street shooting. And for those special occasions, the 150-600. Yes, even 600mm portraits can be fabulous in the right spot. And a lens I pretty much never go anywhere without, and it's almost always on my camera, is my Tamron 90mm macro. It's probably my favourite portrait lens. It's incredibly sharp, but it also allows you a range of shooting options from extremely close because of its macro capabilities to a fair way back from the subject. Incredibly sharp, my favourite lens, I would say. On top of that, I like to carry a little action camera. This one I normally mount to the top of the camera, into the hot shoe there, so I can get some field of point of view type video footage of what I'm seeing when I'm shooting. The obligatory spare batteries, a big stack of memory cards. This next trip I'm taking about 400 gig of memory, which is ludicrous, but memory's cheap these days, so why not overstock it. A tool I can't live without is my Hoodman loop. This is an essential tool when I'm out and about, especially in bright sun. Well, I simply can't see my screen, and this allows me to really get a great idea about what the exposure is like, what the sharpness is like, where the sharpness is at, and I can't live without it. It saves so many bad photos. And then my final favourite tools are the flash gun. Given the choice, I'd probably use flash in every single photo I ever took. It's a wonderful tool. So a flash gun and a couple of radio triggers to fire it off camera is sort of an essential kit. Add to that your bag and everything else, you've got a fair lot of gear to carry around. In fact, let's find out how much it actually weighs. So here's a weighing scale I prepared earlier. So let's pack the 150-600 in, the 70-200, the 24-70, and the 10-24. Oh, and let's not forget the trusty 90mm. So let's just weigh up the lenses. Yeah, it feels heavy just lifting it. So, 6 kilos. That's around about 15 pounds for the countries that still use pounds. That's effectively your carry-on luggage in most places. I know my carry-on luggage onto Vietnam Airs is 7 kilos. So there's 6 kilos right there. No flashes, no camera bodies, no bag. That's an awful lot of gear. Which probably means if you're going to some of these really small planes where they're saying, you're very, very restricted with your luggage allowance, some of that's probably going to have to go in your bag, and that's always a scary thought. So, for this trip coming up, I've set myself a challenge. I'm taking 2 lenses. A 2-lens challenge. And the 2 lenses I'm taking are the new Tamron 28-300 and the new Tamron 15-30. So 15mm to 300mm in just 2 lenses. I don't quite get up to the reach of the 600mm, but it's still a pretty good compromise. So here they are, 28-300 and 15-30. It's a significantly less gear. Let's see how much these weigh compared to the rest of the gear. 1.8 kilos. So straight away I'm 4.2 kilos, so 10 odd pounds better off. And that's going to be a great saving on my back, I'm sure, if I'm walking around for 10 or 15 hours during the course of the day. 28-300 on one body, very, very compact, and then my 15-30 on my second body. And I always walk around with 2 bodies out ready to shoot, so I can pretty much cover any base. And with 15-30, 28-300, I'm pretty much there. So over the next week or so, I'm going to be launching a series of videos from Vietnam. I'll be shooting we're going to do some model shoots and street photography, We're going to be filming what we can when we get the time to, capturing hopefully some fantastic photographs just with these two lenses. And come and join us on the trip.